loan against the insurance company, it's like smoking at the gas pump bag. But here's a good idea. If you've been hurt in a car crash, you gotta get Gary. 423-444-8888.
Come be a part of our family tree at Martin Boyd Christian Home, a nonprofit assisted living community. A family makes a house a home, and we value your family like our own. With all-inclusive rates and an experienced care team, you'll feel right at home. Call today to schedule a tour.
Local 3's news and weather apps take us with you everywhere.
Okay, we are smiling this morning because Jason Carr is back on the show with us with Onward Chattanooga, and he has brought a peer and kind of a friend, it sounds like, Addison Cowan, who is with Mortgage Investor Group. You're going to help Jason here have the successful venture to the closing table. Is that right?
That's
Absolutely.
correct.
So y'all are smiling because you've managed to make this kind of worry-free for people. You work in very close relationship with each other.
Correct.
So the chemistry's there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Trust is a big part of it, right? In the real estate world, you've got to make sure you can trust the people you're relying on.
Right, and to know that that lender is 100% getting us to the closing table is the biggest.
The biggest hurdle.
Yes.
Okay, so we were giggling when we came on air because we were swapping stories of the real estate horror stories. We've all had them before.
Everyone has.
So Addison, I'm going to put you on the hot seat then, because idea is pre-approval. That's the best
Pre-approval,
thing.
absolutely. It gives everybody that trust that you were talking about, making sure the seller feels confident to accept an offer that they know is going to get to the closing table, making sure all the agents are happy and there's trust on both sides. It is the best way to do a deal,
Okay.
And to get through it smooth and easy. Pre-approval, getting documentation ahead of time to make sure that we're not going to run into any of those nightmare scenarios a few weeks before closing.
We had been swapping a few before we got on air. So, you know, we live in this online world, which is kind of a good thing, I guess, because it's very easy to get the documents to you now, right?
Yeah.
Signing things can all be done electronically, meaning you can do it on your lunch break.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And it makes things go a lot quicker.
But if people want to have a face-to-face, can they do that with you?
Yep, absolutely. I'm always in office throughout the week. If we need to meet after hours or on the weekends, so I can do that as well. It's just about taking the time to set that up. And then coming in, I have office chairs. Jason was just in my office yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
They even said that in the statement. Did you hear? Okay, so what kinds of things are you going to need on the pre-approval side? What should people be gathering to give you?
So it's going to depend on the specific situation, what kind of employment they have. If you're self-employed, it'll be 2 years tax returns, personal and business. If you're a W-2 position, it's going to depend on what kind of program we're looking at, but for the most part, recent pay stub, the 2024 W-2, or if we're looking at a down payment assistance program, we might need a little bit more documentation just because those programs typically require a little bit more documentation. So 2 or 3 years tax returns.
Okay.
So it can depend for each client, but for the most part, recent pay stub or recent year-to-date profit and loss, and then end-of-year tax documents from last year.
How are the rates looking? I don't keep up with it these days.
We'll let Addison answer that one for us.
So we've kind of been stuck in a pattern this year of just up and down. We'll have a few good weeks, a few bad weeks. We're right in line with where we were in May, right in line with where we were in February, which is right in line with where we were in September. But in between those times, we've had lows and highs. Moving forward to the end of this year, I do think rates are going to improve. A lot of that can depend on what the Fed decides to do in their Fed meeting at the end of July and at the end of or middle of September. That July Fed meeting, we're looking to see no rate cut, but holding steady with where the Fed is. But there might be some market movement just depending on the sentiment of the Fed and what they say in the press conference. So there's been a lot of pressure recently from the president on the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, and it'll be interesting to see how politics can play into that with other Fed members possibly speaking up against Powell or speaking to cutting rates faster.
Okay.
And that can go into helping improve mortgage rates throughout the rest of the year.
So you kind of have to do the math in your own way. But if you're talking 1/4 of a percentage point, 1/2 of a percentage point, over time, that will definitely save you some money. In the immediate month to month, it's not that significant. Am I right, generally?
Right, and it can depend on loan amount is the biggest
Sure.
thing there. You know, if you're going to have a $100,000 loan amount versus a $450,000.
Because I think what Jason's going to probably say to me is, but don't let that deter you waiting to go ahead and buy, because if the interest rates do come down, now there's more competition in the market for you to get the house you
Correct.
want. Am I right?
Yeah, and
We can job switch.
Exactly, let's do it. And if rates do go down significantly, then you can always refinance down the road.
That's right.
So,
are ARMs still a thing? Are people doing ARMs
They're
anymore?
starting to come back. For the last several years, ARMs have not been priced well because of an inverted yield curve. But they are starting to be priced a little bit better. So they're starting to come back, but not very prevalent yet.
I know you probably hear this a lot, both of you, that it's one thing if you're a current homeowner and you sell, you make your profit, now you got your down payment money. I only have a minute. For the first time home buyers out there, don't panic. Are there options for people these days?
Yes, absolutely. There's several different down payment assistance programs. It's just finding the one that works best in your situation.
Okay.
So.
No wonder you were in his office yesterday.
Exactly. It's a lot.
Here is where you can find Jason at Onward Chattanooga. He will be very quick to tell you that the relationship building with his clients as well as with the peers in the industry is a big part.
It is a very big part
of their success. So Onward Chattanooga, you'll find them online at onwardchattanoogahomes.com. There's their phone number, 280-1164. But pretty much their office is the home you're looking to buy.
Exactly.
Great to see y'all.
You do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone can say they can fix it, but only 58 Foundations and Waterproofing guarantees it with the industry's only money-back guarantee. Schedule your free inspection now.
I work from home, so bundling Spectrum, internet, and TV has been super important for our family.
My favorite thing is just the connection that we have to have. I do online workouts. I also do remote programming.